Hey folks, Poverty Point Customs here. Well, we've been working on the old Zforce 950, so let's check out the upgrades. Walk with me, shall you? Let's start from the back here. So what I've installed is a polycarbonate rear window. I got this through Revco.ca. I've installed some soft upper doors. I got these actually through Kemimoto. You can get these on Amazon or you can get them from Aliexpress. The biggest upgrade is my new KFI Pro Series. It's a 72-inch plow. So I got the plow, the push tubes, as well as the mounting bracket through Revco.ca. Again, I've had this on my Cfmoto Zforce 1000, except it was a 66-inch. I wanted to go a little bit wider because of the width of the side-by-side. I've installed a polycarbonate flip-down windshield. Again, I got this through Revco. I installed a 9-inch LED light bar. Well, it's roughly 10 inches. And I got this through Amazon.ca. So let's go inside and see some of the little upgrades. So I went with this type of windshield because I like to be able to open it all the way, or just open it a little bit here, and you can adjust this with the handle here. All right, so two little things that I've installed inside are two fans. And they're just plugged into the 12-volt accessory. You can turn them on and off, and there are 3 speeds. Got these through Canadian Tire, and I believe they came to about $22 each with tax. And I will tell you, when you are on a trail riding, the fan is great to have, especially if it's not the best weather out and you have your windshield closed. And one thing I like about these is I can turn them around in the wintertime and help keep the windshield clear. Another little thing that I put in is a light on the inside. Just need to trim these off. I get this through Amazon. I believe it was around $33. So once I trim these off, it will be fully installed, and it is very, very bright at nighttime, especially with the white light. That's really bright. The red light is nice because you could actually drive with the red light on, and it will light up the interior a little bit. So we're going to see how this works for the wintertime for plowing, and if it works well, I may actually install the heaters where you have 2 vents up top and 2 by the floor. So that might be next year's project. Again, we'll see how well this plows. As you can see, the way you're situated in these is your seating is a little bit laid back. So right now the plow's up. So when you're sitting back, the plow is actually not going to be visible. So what I'm actually going to do is put some plow markers on each end so I know where the plow's at. As you can see, when you're sitting back, you actually can't see the plow at all. So I like the upper doors. That way it's going to keep the weather out. Obviously it's not sealed perfectly. With the lower door insert, you do have a few little gaps here and there. But what it will do is help keep some of the cold wind and snow off of you when you're out plowing in the wintertime. Especially too, also on the trails. It keeps all the rain, if it's not the best weather out, or some of the mud out. We actually had this out in the trail last week, and it kept a lot of the debris actually out of the interior. And with these, with the engine being right there, there actually is quite a bit of heat. So what I may end up doing is potentially mounting a fan here, blowing the heat forward to the front of the cab towards the windshield to help keep it clear if the little fans here don't keep up. So also one thing I was able to do is when I installed the plow bracket on the front of the side-by-side, I was actually able to put it in behind the mount for the front push bar. So I was able to keep that. The only thing is you have to get rid of your plate that goes here to there and kind of wraps underneath, but you do still have a plate where you mount your push tubes to right there, protecting the front of your Zforce. Again, these are just some of the updates I've done to the Zforce 950. The next thing I have coming forward is actually a sound bar that will go up in the back that's actually mounted to the roll bar. So I'll actually do an installation video on those. And also too, because they use a lot of salt on the road, and I'll be doing 3 driveways with this, I'm actually going to undercoat the side-by-side the same way as I undercoat a vehicle. I do my own undercoating. So I'll undercoat everything that's exposed to the salt in the wintertime, including all the suspension and whatnot. That way it's protected for the wintertime, and in the springtime I can spray a lot of that off so it's not collecting dirt from the trails. And last but not least, I put on a battery tender. So this is actually attached to the battery, and I have a tender on the wall in their garage, so I'll plug this in when I'm not using it. That way it's got a full charge in the wintertime. So if anybody has any questions, comments, or suggestions on some of the items that I've installed, make sure you put them in the comments below. Again, if you have any questions on how the top was installed, the windows, the plow, and whatnot, make sure you let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. And this winter we'll certainly do a couple plow videos for you. Hopefully we'll get some decent storms. Again, I appreciate you watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like this type of content, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell notification if you want to see updated videos on this winter. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care.